Hello, this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. We are continuing our Lost Commander series, and this time we're looking at Ravnica, City of Guilds. This one, actually, we managed to keep it under $1 rather than the regular $2. After this, it unfortunately does go up because otherwise we just wouldn't have the selection, but we do have one more day of real budget stuff, so here we go. Please hit like and subscribe. It makes a really big difference. We're still getting going here. So yeah, all those likes really do matter. Okay, so here we go. The release for Ravnica City of Guilds was October 2005. October 2005. What was going on? I always have to look at my list because I can never remember. The Shenzhou 6 launched the spacecraft, so the Chinese spacecraft launched. That's kind of exciting. The Mask of Zorro was released. That was a good one. I actually really enjoyed that one. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for video games, that came out. I never actually played that one, but I know it was very popular with the Star Wars fans. And finally, there was rain in Britain. I know, it's crazy. How about that rain? You never would have imagined in Britain, eh? Okay, anyway, the symbol for the set is just a tower. Again, these older sets, the symbols are so much like nicer and more simple. I love this. I always talk about how much I love the symbols, and I am not going to stop. The plane is, of course, Ravnica. Surprise, surprise. Okay. When I say budget, I always mean $2 or less. This list, we managed to keep under $1 actually. So it's very, very budget. Number 5. Savra, Queen of the Golgari. 2 a black and a green. So 4 CMC, actually not bad. The main flaw with this list is casting cost, definitely. She's not so bad for that. She is a 2/2 for 4. Once again, not great on that front. This would definitely be a 4/4 these days. Whenever you sacrifice a black creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, each player sacrifices a creature. Whenever you sacrifice a green creature, you gain 2 life. So this is like a 4-sack / life gain kind of commander. Very aristocrat, right? You want to keep sacrificing things, and yeah. The main issue with her is that she doesn't have something that allows you to sacrifice. If she had an ability, again, these days, she would definitely have an ability that allows you to sacrifice. And then, yeah, you'd be kind of all set on that. She's on her own, like, just not kind of complete in a way. Anyway, 69 cents. Number 4. So we're getting to some high CMC ones, which I'm not crazy about, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Okay, Razia, Boros Archangel. 4, red, white. Again, very Boros. Flying Vigilance Haste, 6/3. So that's actually a pretty good, like, 8 casting cost is insane, but like, Flying Vigilance Haste, 6/3, that's actually pretty solid. Again, I bet you if she was made these days, she'd be like a 6 CMC. But anyway. She can also tap on the next 3 damage that we dealt to target creature you control this turn is dealt to another creature instead. So this is all about kind of like you get removal from people attacking you. It's a little tricky. It is nice that her ability is always open because like she is vigilant, so she can attack and still have her ability to tap whenever she wants. Yeah, really it's about like forcing people to attack you and then they end up losing things, so they have to do a lot of extra math kind of thing. She is pretty as a Voltron. I think she's a great Voltron with 6/3 Flying Vigilance Haste as your beginning point. You just get her double strike and some bonuses to attack, and you're pretty much one-shotting people already. And she doesn't even have to tap to do it, so that could be nice. Anyway, 57 cents. Number 3. Okay, Sisters of Stone Death. 4 green, or sorry, 4 black, black, green, green. So this is a 7-5. Okay, 7-5. That is huge, right? It's still 8 CMC. Not crazy about that again. So target creature blocks Sister of Stone Death and this turn if able. So you can force someone to block your creature. Again, this is going to be very, very useful with her follow-up abilities. Exile target creature blocking or blocked by Sisters of Stone Death for a black and a green, and then for 2 and a black, put a card exiled with Sisters of Stone Death onto the battlefield under your control. So you can just start stealing other people's stuff, right? You force them to block you, and when they block you, you just exile the card, and then yeah, you can cast it later for only 3, which is quite good. You're probably going to be able to find something that is worth the mana investment there, right? It doesn't end up costing you 6, but it's 6 to exile the creature, which is removal, and then you're going to be able to get the creature yourself. So yeah, that can pay off pretty quickly. Also, you don't have to do that all at once, right? You can make it block you, exile it, and then the next turn you can cast it if you want. You don't have to do it immediately. 50 cents. Okay, so for this, yeah, Gorgon and kind of like a theft combination. Black is pretty good at the theft thing, so yeah. Number 2. Chorus of the Conclave. Once again, 8 CMC. Yeah, something to think about here, but maybe not an ideal commander, just because the casting cost. This one, though, at least is Selesnya. So the ones that have green in their color identity, I think have a lot more potential than the ones that don't. Like the Archangel. I like the Archangel, but without green, you don't really have the ramp, right? So this is a 3/8 with Forest Walk. Forest Walk is really nice to have. Again, any land, it doesn't have to be a forest. Any land that has the forest keyword counts. So if they have a triome that says forest, or any dual land that says forest, that works. Excuse me. As an additional cost to cast creature spells, you may pay any amount of mana. If you do, creatures enter the battlefield. Or sorry, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So obviously that's your main mechanic right there, is +1/+1 counters. Selesnya is very good at that as well. So yeah. This, you'd want to ramp really hard and be able to get that first counter is all you really need. After that, you're going to use just a ton of proliferate, right? This is really a proliferate commander more than a +1/+1 counter. But anyway, 45 cents. Number 1. Tolsimir, Wolfblood. I always feel like I don't know how to say these. 4 green and a white, so 6 CMC. I feel like 6 is the top of the very end of the spectrum of what you really usually want from a commander. So yeah, this is probably one of the more valid ones on the list. Other green creatures you control get +1. Sorry, he's a 3/4. Other green creatures you control get +1/+1. Other white creatures you control get +1/+1. Those anthems are great because remember, they can stack. So if you've got a creature that's green-white, it's going to get +2/+2 from that. So very easy to take advantage of that. Also, create Voja, a legendary 2/2 green and white wolf creature token. This again, this is legendary, so you can only have one at a time, but you can make one, have combat, throw it out in combat, and if it gets taken out, great. Untap the Tolsimir and then tap him again to make another one. So you could potentially make use of more than one per turn. But yeah, tokens and wolf kindred. I think it's actually a pretty good mix. There's a lot of wolf cards that can take advantage of token wolves. So yeah, I think that would be quite an effective deck for only 20 cents for the commander as well. The list. Okay. Savra, Queen of the Golgari, is 69 cents. Razia, Boros Archangel, is 57 cents. Sisters of Stone Death is 50 cents. Chorus of the Conclave is 45 cents. Tulsimir Wolf Blood is 20 whole cents. Definitely the best one on the list there. Yeah, by a long shot, and the cheapest somehow. Anyway, take it easy.